Bring one in. Or stand up, whatever.
Is your mic unmuted? Yes, yes it is. Do you want to turn it around so you can hear me talk too? Like the thing on the back?
Oh. Is it this first Tinley since COVID?
Yes.
SUPERDWARF show live?
Yes.
Is it this? Hey,
oh, you're too tall for this setup.
Yes. You are too tall.
You're going to have to back up or lower your chair.
I wasn't too tall.
Woo! I can see the chats. What's up, guys? Alright, hold on.
We're setting up in the snake room today because
I'm getting shorter.
Snakes are cool.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Out Reptiles. My name is Garrett Hartle.
SUPERDWARF show, man. SUPERDWARF show.
It's shorter than ever over here.
Yes.
What if you stand up? You might be the same height as Garrett today.
I'll sit on my knees. Like that.
All right. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you guys are having a good time.
Right, Aiden, you're gonna need
Hello, hello, hello.
Alright, closer.
What is up, everybody?
Eric says we haven't been on live for 2 weeks. I know, withdrawals. It was crazy on Wednesday. So people don't realize, I think sometimes, like what the show is. Like they'll come buy an animal on Saturday, and then be texting us Monday morning or whatever. But Wednesday we set up we prepare all day.
Yeah.
Thursday morning we leave. We're not even in the shop at all on Thursday or Friday because we're driving up on Thursday. We set up, we vend on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We tear all down Sunday night. Usually we sleep there because we're exhausted by that point. Drive all day Monday. And then if we want to have any day off within a 2-week period or whatever, that's Tuesday. Well, this Tuesday, because we had a big box truck, we decided, Thomas, myself, and Rob decided to take advantage of that truck and move a whole bunch of stuff. So we unloaded the whole booth up at the new shop that you guys might have seen on Friday's video. And then we grabbed a whole bunch more stuff and started to move that up there. So it's pretty crazy. We're having a good time there. So, but yeah, so I mean, like we lose a week when we go vend for a weekend. It's kind of the way that it is. Like, I mean, even today is first real day back. We did some shipping and stuff like that, and then just trying to get
We're looking junky.
get used to it. I try to not even do like a lot of phone calls. I don't know if you can hear my voice. It basically sounds like it's bleeding. No, it's coming back. It was gone. I'm trying to keep it. But anyway, so
Tinley's crazy though. First Tinley in 2 years, pretty much.
Yeah, the show was nuts. So I don't know if anyone's got any real content. Have you seen anybody's stuff up yet from Tinley?
Brian.
Not too much.
Brian went live. Cusco?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a live thing. Did he put any edited stuff up to show the show?
Nothing on YouTube.
I think everyone was just excited to have life back to normal. So it was packed. It was huge. It was super busy. People were complaining that our booth was like causing traffic jams or whatever, right, Thomas?
Yeah,
but that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Deep on the like vendor beef.
Yep.
Go.
So, yeah, we got Girls with Scales on here. How's it going, Summer? She was there at the show. It was good to see you again. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully, I mean, did you guys have a great weekend, Summer? I don't know. You're working with Justin over there. He did a big launch of his rebrand, which was with Stewart Design, the same guy that did our rebrand a couple years ago. I think it looks great. Canova is the new brand name and something that is a little bit more, I guess, corporate moving forward. So that was really cool. But yeah, so I don't know. How did you guys do at the show? I felt like it was really busy. A lot of people were there, like ready to buy snakes. We had a ton of people who are like, okay, I've heard about these SUPERDWARFs. I need to go see for myself. So they were coming over to check out some of the adults we have on display, just to kind of show people in the flesh sizes and things like that. Holy smokes, my voice is killer. Cusco put up his uncut, so he was running through. Yeah, Summer says it was great for them too. Lots of people, lots of good vibes. So, which is true. It was a lot of fun. It was a pretty happening Tinley. So.
It was also my first Tinley, which was like a massive step up from Schaumburg.
Yeah.
My first reptile show ever was Schaumburg.
Can you guys hear Thomas on there?
I think so. Yeah, I can see my voice on there. But yeah, it was nuts because Schaumburg was like, okay, this is cool. It's a snake show. Like, starting to figure out the vibe.
That's you. I think you got the
I know,
super
I got
chat
it.
that one.
Oh, Aiden
Super
put
chat
in something,
dance.
Super chat.
I agreed to this.
Go, Aiden.
You gotta give it. You gotta
All
get in
right.
the chair and do a spin.
Do a spin in the
Honestly,
chair.
Garrett, as soon
do a
as I
spin
set
in
up
the
that chair, I was like, oh, he can do spins with the super.
His super
spin.
chat says, "Hey guys, someone looks happy for a new snake. Aiden got a new snake from
Oh,
our
yeah,
super
super
chatter
chat.
today."
Get a new snake.
Whoop, whoop.
Second
Yeah.
super chat.
Do we have
Another
time to bring out a mail from Clutch 23? I love all of them from that clutch, and I'm saving up. Why don't you tell Matt what you think of the new snake that you just picked up from them? And
I love him. I got a little albino conda male that's het anery, and he's so tiny. Like, compared to all my other hognoses, he's just so tiny. He's literally like the size of my pinky, I feel like.
Rick
So,
says the
yeah,
ball
he's very
volume is
cute.
too low.
I watched him drink water when I put him into the cage, and that made me very excited. I got a little video of it. Hold on. Should I show him the video of the snake drinking water?
Go for it.
I'm going to show him the video of him.
Thanks, Duran.
It's
We're
kind
really
of
upping
like-
the tech around here. I just honestly changed the setting on his Yeti mic.
here's one from Clutch 23. These guys are cute. They're mostly super dwarf, little bit of dwarf in there. But we've got aneries and purples and sunfires and sun snows and all that
Just
good
make
stuff.
Sure focus is on there.
Yeah, you get a little jumpy.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if it's because we're further away from the router or if my computer's melting because the stream is so awesome or how exactly it's breaking down. But
What do you think? Cutie. It's all bleached out in your light there. You can't see how nice and dark and orange they are.
I just changed it a little bit. You can kind of see it. I'm going to change my camera to make
I love the anery sunfires out of this clutch. They're really cool.
Hold on.
Yeah, you might want to
full saturation. There you go.
Oh, that looks nice, yeah.
You can see her. Yeah, they're cute, man. These are definitely kind of like the bargain super dwarves because they're technically dwarf. Since the Calatoa is only at 40-some%, not 50, and the rest of their dwarf and super dwarf percentage is Jampea. So they're technically dwarves, but they're very super dwarfy. Little dwarfs at half the price of super dwarfs, or half the price of super dwarf. So it should be good.
I think my computer is just melting with what we're doing right now.
Yeah, can you move
They
it
said
around
that-
the corner?
They said the audio is doing fine.
Get a fan on it.
They said the audio is doing fine. I don't know.
Good.
It also gets really hot in here. When
Yeah.
we had to unplug the fan so that for audio and so we could get an extra outlet, but you start to just sweat
One on there.
sitting there. Yeah.
Put your computer like right here.
Aiden, what'd you do while we were at Tinley?
Well, I had to skip Tinley because my dog had a training session, and it took 3 months to get that training session. So we took the first day we were able to get. So mainly, I've been working with the dog and training him. Dan's not good at it, so it's kind of my responsibility now, I feel like. But it's going good. The dog is doing good. He's actually behaving a little bit now, so...
Alright.
Priorities. Hashtag adult. You stole my chair.
Yes, I did. Here, you want to switch?
What a punk.
Stole your show.
Switch.
Stole my chair. So, anyway, yeah, good stuff going on. It's pretty fun. We're getting into the breeding season now, and got females started to get gravid. That's always an exciting thing. Did you see the Karumpa female lately? Look at this.
I saw her the other day. I remember doing a video.
It's
on
huge.
her.
She's
Yeah.
going into blue.
Hold on, keep it open. You can see just the top corner.
Yeah, here you go, honey. She's going into blue. This should be her pre-lay shed. But she's loaded with baby Karumpas. Look how thick.
Wow.
That's exciting because it's a new male, so it'll be unrelated. We need to keep
You're
a
too
few
tall
of
for
them,
this. You
get them
gotta
all
sit
set
down.
up. Should be fun. So, what kind of questions do we have, Thomas? What do the people want
because
to
we
know?
canceled last week, we have a bunch from 2 weeks ago, and a couple
Right.
today.
Sidhu Busit, good dog.
Oof.
White
All
phase girl, nothing yet, Jason. She's doing fine. She's just chilling in there. We actually took her to Tinley, so brought her along.
Let's see what we got today. First question from Samantha Arnett. She asked, did the guys ever get the fly planes to fly? And the sad answer is no, because physics, apparently we have a lack of understanding of physics that flies are not able to lift a massive piece of paper.
You just they didn't get enough flies going, or too much paper.
Potentially.
I think their power to weight ratio was off. They never did, and I was not willing to commit an entire staff worth of effort to more than half a day on that project. So.
To be fair, you were the one that started it.
You did start it.
Yeah, that's what I get.
All right. Another question we got is Brandon Popolo.
Okay.
Asks,
What's up,
what do
Brandon?
you think the timeline will be for SD cows?
They exist. They're 2 years old. So the question is really just how much do you want to spend? Because the first ones, I mean, the males were 30 grand, the females were 20 grand. And there are 3 of them that exist so far. So if you want to buy them right now and you can scrape together that money, you could probably talk one of the 3 people that have them or us out of them and make it happen. But if you're like, hey, I want a SUPERDWARF cow for less than $1,000, then you're in for a long wait. It's kind of the way it is. If I mean, that morph is still a couple $1,000 at least in mainlands. And SUPERDWARFs are like 10 years behind the mainland market. So, a couple grand in 10 years, realistic. So, just a matter of how much you want to spend and how much people push for it. I think it's a popular project, so that might accelerate the timeline. Just depends on how many people are out there investing in the ingredients to make cows. So,
All right. We got another question from Bob Evans. Rick, are there any species of snake that you would consider cohabiting long term so as not to miss the breeding window, and why are retics not one of those species?
are there any localities of retics to cohab?
Species of snakes.
Oh, just any species of snakes in general that you can cohab?
I guess I'm reading the word for word. Are there any species of snake that you would consider cohabiting?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can do it if you're building large environmental enclosures. If you're talking about a snake that potentially gets 10 feet long, that would be a super mega, enclosure to be able to cohab multiple animals. But if you want to get some rough green snakes in with some anoles and things like that.
He's referring to the breeding window, kind of we'll just toss them in there until they have babies.
Oh, well, I mean, you can do that. You have to watch their food response, just like anything else. But a lot of people will just kind of throw their males with their females during the breeding season until they get eggs. Most of the time, that's because those people are like, well, I don't know how to read my snake. I don't care how to learn how to read my snake, see what they want. And so they just throw them together, and occasionally, once every 2 or 3 seasons, they might end up with a clutch. But it's because you're unduly stressing the animal as you're trying to breed it, So I don't know. I don't know what the advantage to keeping cohabbing animals is. You know what I'm saying? If you have individual enclosures for your animals where they can be kind of the ruler of their own domain, then you're doing better. Maybe you have a playground set up, kind of like Blake Stewart does, or something like that, where the animals can intermingle and have a social life that way. But to force them to live together all the time and not be able to get away from each other, in the wild, you might find them living together, but they always have the option to leave. So that's a different thing to dance around in captivity altogether. So
Eric Blick says, I have a male and female that love being in the same cage. They sleep on each other, too young to breed yet.
Yeah, I
Pythons,
think that they have more of a social life than we really realize. But the thing is, if you force them to stay together all the time, they don't ever have the option of getting away, right? So, and most of the time what people do is they buy a cage that's suitable for one animal, and then they want another animal because they're an addict, right? And then they don't want to buy another cage because that's expensive, so they just throw the animal in with the other one. And that's not kosher, you know. So I don't know what the drive or the pressure is to put 2 animals in one snake.
2 animals in one snake.
two animals in one. Yeah, well, that would be feeding, but yeah, 2 animals in one cage. You know, I mean, I think if you can introduce them, have them together, let them spend time, especially like as they're out exploring, they can kind of explore each other. Or a lot of times we'll put an animal in another animal's cage when it's not in there. They can pick up the scent trails and see what's going on. But again, if you're just, you know, stashing them together and saying, oh, they love each other, and leaving them together all the time, I don't know what the motivation is there.
All right, well, now that we got a couple more viewers.
Eric was asking what it takes to make a cow.
Okay.
The cow is, Eric, I sent you a picture of a cow with the 4, but it's orange ghost stripe and phantom. So those are kind of elite and expensive genes in SUPERDWARFs right now. So, but we sold one of our phantom sun platy at the show. So we are fresh out of phantoms.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember him.
There's a nice little tip. There's a crazy, really nice high percentage SUPERDWARF Phantom Pos Head Albino male for sale out in Phoenix at C&B Reptiles right now. He's a good looking boy. So, and he's over a year old. So.
Right, now that we got a couple extra people, we got 72 viewers in here. Don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying this. But
Thomas says like the video. I don't know if
yes.
you guys can hear him very well over there.
I can see my audio levels going. I might be a little quieter than you are, but that's kind
Normal.
of in real life. I was gonna say that's pretty normal. But why don't we run it back to Tinley a little bit more?
Okay.
Now that we got some more people in here. What was like the most interesting thing that you saw when you were out and about? Like when you did escape from the booth, did you see anything that was insane?
I didn't. I didn't get out of the booth. I mean, like, I walked back and forth to like the entrance a couple of times, but now that's the tough thing about being at a show and vending is that, you know, you're married to the booth. It's good because everyone knows where to find you. They want to ask your questions. You know, all conspire against you to burn your voice out, which happens to me every time, obviously. But no, I didn't get out very much. I did sneak over to talk to Aubrey Pruitt at one point, and he hatched kind of a freak snake. It's like a paradox or a chimera or something from his orange glow rainbow project, and that was a crazy looking snake. So it was just a really unusually patterned retic. You know, those kind of the genetics behind that fascinates me. So that was a really cool animal, but honestly, that's like all I saw. I saw nothing. You know what I mean? So for me, the best part about it was the people, because we got to catch up with a whole lot of people. You guys can expect some pretty cool little interviews and a mini series coming up soon from us, where we got to talk to a lot of those people to stack up some content for you guys. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Do you want to mention a person that you ran into, potentially? 2 people that you ran into?
It was a million. Who are you talking about?
2, you know, may or may not be your old boss.
I feel like I'm being baited here, guys. What do you think?
I'm giving you options whether you want to
Yeah,
talk
Jay
about it or
Brewer was there from Prehistoric Pets, which is great. He showed up last minute. They had no plans, and he brought his daughter, Juliet. So I'm longtime, you know, friends with that whole family. So it was good to see Jay and Juliet again. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, they've been like crushing it on social media lately.
Oh yeah.
You know, with the popularity and everything like that. So that's been really cool. But it was great just to catch up with them and see how they were doing. We got interviews with each one of them too, and it's not just like your standard interview either. Kind of a fun format that we have a new series coming for you
Do you want to
guys.
explain it? Like maybe add a little, tease it a little bit?
I think maybe you should do that.
You think I should tease it?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever you want, man.
You can get in front of the camera here.
That's true. All right. I'll hop in there.
Thomas
We'll
has
keep you
been
out for just a second.
has been having to force himself to
Here,
be
I'll
in front of the
kick you out.
camera a little bit lately.
Yes, a little bit. Maybe I'm too tall for this. We'll maybe have to slouch. No, I was gonna say, hey, you can sit here for Garen for a second.
snakes.
All right. Well, if somebody wanted to see a tiger male, if you had any available.
Nope. Normal tiger male? We don't. Got a female.
All right. So, somebody asked any update on the Krispy Kreme. So maybe you want to pull one of those out in a bit later.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as like our new video series,
Tiger female.
it's gonna be. Oh, I'm trying to think of what information to say. Now I'm like, we should tease it. Now I'm like, okay. But yeah, it's gonna be called SUPERDWARF versus the world. Or in my brain, it's going back and forth between SUPERDWARF versus the world and SUPERDWARF versus everything. But we're still playing around with it. Basically, the idea is to take someone who knows a lot about a certain species, like for example, we did Stephen Cush with scrub pythons and Jay Brewer with retics. So those are some exciting episodes you should look forward to. Basically, we took them through 10 different categories and let them rate the species that they were experts in.
Kira. Go ahead.
Kira's making a feature on the live stream from outside.
Screaming through the window at us.
But anyway, so we let them rank their species out of 10 points through 10 different categories and then add them up. And then, yeah, it's going to be a whole fun thing.
That's more than a teaser.
Oh, I'm just saying what it is, kind of. But I guess that is kind of the whole thing. I'm just excited about it. But we did a bunch of those at Tinley, so we got some really cool guests you guys will all know. But yeah, what are you looking for over there, Garrett?
Krispy Kremes.
And what snake is this in front of my face?
It's a female tiger.
Female tiger, no males. Sorry, guys. We don't have, like, a lot of our low-end stuff sold out real quickly after Clint's video. So, if you haven't seen Clint's video on SUPERDWARFs, you'll have to go check it out.
Oh, what's up, Melissa? She said, me and my husband saw you at Tinley. It was our first time at the expo. Very cool. Yes, it was great to see all of you guys.
Yeah.
Christina says, beautiful baby.
I think you can be done with that one, Aiden. Let me see. Where are the... Do you have these guys organized?
No. I didn't organize them.
If you guys went to the show, let us know in the chat. What's up, Lisa? She made the live stream.
Hi,
Lisa was with us this whole weekend, and it was a wild time because, well, she's married to Rob, so that should tell you.
That she's a wild lady?
Well, I think she's a much she balances Rob out, but she's a hoot and a half. She's a lot of fun.
We should make you keep talking about Lisa until you end up digging that hole.
Oh man, no. There is no hole. You like to dig the holes around here. There are no holes for me to dig myself into.
Here, I don't know how well I can show this. This is for the Krispy Kreme guys. So we hatched another clutch of these Krispy Kremes from the same bloodline. So, I mean, it's proven itself over and over and over again. I think we have like 5 clutches of these suckers now. And basically, you know, it's a 50-50 split. We've got it in a bunch of different, like this is a really high percentage SUPERDWARF one. You can kind of see that clean melted banded or like striped pattern with the holes in it. I always said it looked like donuts going through the Krispy Kreme conveyor belt, you know, with all that icing dripping in between them. And so it's happened a bunch of times. These ones will probably be some of the very first ones for sale because we've been keeping them back, but we're not going to sell them just yet because we have here, I'll show you. Whoops. You want to grab this guy for me?
Oh, yeah.
He goes in that tub that's pulled way back. Aiden is releasing that tiger that he just showed
not
you.
to. She got herself stuck.
This lower one or the upper one?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Garrett. Is it going this
lower one.
Lower one.
Yep.
Here you go, baby.
You might need to help Aiden over there.
Yeah, please, because she is
He
stuck.
looks like he's about to have to
Right. Oh,
see
pulling
where she's
up.
stuck?
pay the I released a snake penalty. This is one of the adults. This is
Came out
Krispy
through
Kreme
here
and Annery
and went back
Sunfire.
in. So her tail is like.
Shh, guys. Save the snake quietly, please. Just kidding. This is one of the Krispy Kreme. So this snake shouldn't have any pattern mutation whatsoever. It should just be a Sunfire Annery. But you can clearly see that crazy pattern going down his back. And so that's an adult with a combo in it. We've bred this male to a female Krispy Kreme. So hopefully we will be able to
You may
kind of
need to
prove
provide
out
assistance on this.
what it is. Are you guys really?
I can't tell. It's a very confusing situation.
Yeah.
This is the
Hold
kind
on,
of. So we're
guys.
out of practice, guys. It's been 2 weeks since we've gone live. None of us really know what we're doing anymore. We're just amateurs at this point.
Back there or what she did, but
But yes, the Krispy Kreme is beautiful. I don't know if you guys saw the video we did on Instagram a couple weeks back, but
in sideways and she came up over the top. Yeah.
how do we get her out?
yeah, she tried coming out through over there. Yeah.
But anyway, what is up, JDLT? Greetings from San Diego. Yeah, we're all very excited to see what the Krispy Kreme turns into. What's up, Ashley? She's in the chat. It's the Tinley hangover vibe. Wow.
It is kind of feels like that from this aspect too.
Yes.
You gotta push the snake back.
Mosh Balls wants to know how long is the list.
Push this
For
back.
what?
I think
Krispy Kremes? I don't think-
Calatoas or Krispy Kreme?
Krispy Kreme's probably nothing. I don't
Samantha.
think anybody's on the list yet.
Lisa said I was typing the same thing. Tinley hangover.
Yeah, I don't.
Lisa's still hungover?
No, maybe. Lisa just said that she was typing the same thing, that it's a Tinley hangover. The Tinley hangover is a real thing. Not even, depending on how you chose to partake, it could be worse for others. But even just the lack of sleep and the amount of talking, and you're just emotionally, physically, all the lees hungover, you're just tired. Are all the animals pictured on the website still available?
No. That's every single animal we've produced ever.
Yes. The answer is no.
Can't. There she goes.
Shoot us an email to info@reachourreptiles.com.
If you want to be on a list
if
or
you
see
wanna
what's
know
available.
Tell us what you're looking for and see. A lot of times people are like, hey, is this particular number available or whatever? But that's a breeding list of everything that we have produced. So it has
What's up, Nathan?
really nothing to do with availability.
Nathan was at Tinley. Gave us a lot of help. You guys figured out?
No, not yet. She's like jammed in there.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, I don't know how to get that out.
I don't even know if
But
that's
anyway,
And the tub goes in sideways and you kick it out to the side there. They come out. But they're stuck.
Yeah, she started coming out of there.
I don't know what to say, guys. I'm sitting here like, I don't know.
Give me a question for Thomas.
Yes,
There
let me
we
give
go.
you a
Got
question.
it.
You got it? Rescue me, Garrett. I'm waffling out here, man. All right, Tina Pipegrass wants to know what morphs or localities have silver eyes.
What localities have silver eyes?
I don't know if it's a locality-based thing, but there's definitely morphs out there that do.
Keep it straight back. All right. We have our snake back.
Let's go.
Yeah, the silver versus orange eye thing is, honestly, you can see it in a lot. A lot of the animals are born with orange eyes. They grow up and they mature into silver eyes and stuff like that. So it sounds like more fun. We had a snake. She was like pushed into a tub, and then there was like a little hole in the back, and she put her head out and then got stuck, and she was like stuck there, so we couldn't put him in there. But so anyway, the orange versus silver eye, it's not strictly this locality has this and this locality has that. You have different bloodlines and stuff, and they can have either one, or they can have a color of an eye that's sort of in between, or it can change throughout their lives.
Super chat.
So, super chat, that's you.
Okay.
Go. From Amfractals.
Wait, I want
What does a visual snow female run for? Visual snow female, you're looking at anything from probably $3,500 up to, last year we sold one for $8,500. It's going to depend on the, percentage of locality and stuff like that. So we do have a couple of snow females in stock right now. Let's see, I think they're both Sunfire snows, which really cleans up the pattern. There's like no speckling on them. So that's always pretty interesting. But I don't have the pricing chart in front of me on exactly what those ones are. But you're looking anywhere from for a larger, like a dwarf bloodline, probably $3,500 on a female, maybe $2,500 on a male, all the way up. I mean, the one that we sold that was really expensive was 75% super dwarf plus 12.5% jam. I think she's the only female snow that was 75% super dwarf or higher that's ever been sold. So that one was $8,500. So, yeah. Let's see.
Some asked how old before their eyes change.
There are definitely animals and males from 210, 23. How long before they change? It just depends on the animal. I mean, some of them like flip really quick, especially if you have the anery gene involved, whether it's a head anery or a normal anery. Some of them hold the color throughout their lives. So it's just a ton of variety. I don't think anyone has ever bred for specifically, I want all orange eyes all the time. Is that something that you can breed out of a bloodline? So there's no silver. I don't think that we've gotten that far as to breeding just for eye color, especially outside of morphs. So, but usually, I mean, around the time when the animal starts to get those adult colors, like 2 to 2.5, is when you would start to see any major eye change color that's going to happen, typically. So, yeah.
Christina Hill asked your thoughts on keeping a superdwarf in a bioactive enclosure.
Yeah.
I keep mine in bioactive enclosures.
Do it. Yeah, it'd be great. You like them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They work out. That's easier to clean.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't have to clean them as often. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great if you can do that and pull it off, then it's awesome. The biggest challenge, I think, is, at least from our perspective, if you were to get, like, if you bring animals in or something like that, and you were to get mites. For example, we just went to Chicago. We went to a Tinley show. People were holding animals. They're holding other people's animals. So we go there with no mites in any of the collection. We come back, and I always assume, like, as though we have mites throughout the collection. So it's really hard to treat for something like that and maintain your bioactive, because that's based on a lot of, things being alive in the dirt, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to super quarantine that stuff and everything like that. The people I know that have large collections on bioactive have to go to like tremendous lengths to make that happen. So, or you'd have to just constantly seed it all the time with your bioactive agents, So, yeah, the bioactive stuff is very fun, but it means, like, it seems like, oh, it's super easy because I don't have to clean as much poop all the time. But actually what you're doing is you're caring for a culture and an animal at the same time in a cage. So I think it's actually probably more difficult, but
different form of work.
Yeah, it's just different. Some people love it. Some people find it tedious. So, but I think the animals would be fine in there. No problems at all whatsoever. I mean, any animal is going to come from a bioactive environment in the wild, right? There aren't any sterile ones out there. So, sure, they'll do good. Yeah. Any orange glow stuff available this year? No, hasn't hardly been made yet. There was one dwarf and super dwarf orange glow hatched ever. So there's some het caramel stuff and things that are just about 3 years old and starting to breed. So probably next year you're going to see the first dwarf and super dwarf orange glows available, which, yeah, they're available, but if you're assuming they're going to be the same price as, say, a mainland orange glow, probably not, because there's just going to be a few of them made, and it's going to take a long time. They'll be the price that mainland orange glows were 10 years ago when they come out, or maybe even more. So they'll start to come out. That's why it's important, if there's a project that you're in love with, or if you want to get something that's thrilling and exciting out the gate, you really need to get the very first generation heads. So like orange glows, we started making 3 years ago. Pieds, we started making a couple of years ago. The cows, we started making, like 8 years ago. And those are just coming to fruition, and people are really excited with that. The things that we're starting to make right now are like Superdwarf het genetic stripes. We've got normal and Sunfire het genetic stripes that are for sale right now 50% Kalatoa, you know, first time crosses. They'll make the first SUPERDWARF genetic stripes. A lot of people like to think their genetic stripes are dwarf stuff all the time. You know, that's just based on the adult it was imported was small. There's no locality basis or anything for that. And those animals are actually very affordable right now. Now, I'm not going to make a bunch of hets every single year because I have mine. I'm going to pick mine out of this clutch and grow them up. So you can either